So hi, I'm Mark, this is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I'm going to bring you a review of the Sigma DMCE Plus Dreadnought Electro Acoustic guitar. Now you guys have been on this channel for a while will know that I do occasionally talk about music stuff, but it's usually software based. But today I wanted to bring you a review of this new guitar that I've picked up. I've had it about a month now, and the reason I wanted to do a review is because, much like my piano review, which is also on this channel, it's an instrument that I just couldn't find any reviews for, and so I thought I'd make one. So that being said, when I couldn't find any reviews for it, why did I still decide to buy one? So let's start with the story. So I started this year wanting to replace one of my acoustic guitars, and I thought I knew the guitar I wanted, and so I went into my local music store who had that particular guitar in stock. I played it a couple of times, and I just didn't love it. It didn't sound different enough to my other acoustic guitar, and the sound was it just wasn't big enough in terms of sound for me. And so while I was in the store, I ended up trying out a Sigma guitar. And I hadn't heard of the brand before, but I loved the sound of it, and it just sounded so good. The only problem was that it just looked like a normal guitar. It was your kind of typical light wood finish. And I tend to quite like guitars that look a little bit different. So not content that that was it, I found myself kind of going home and looking up whether you could get Sigma guitars in different colours, and I landed on ordering one of these, which you can see now, which is a Sigma DMCE Plus Electro Acoustic guitar with a Blackburst finish, which means the finish is black, but you can still see some of the wood through it. So I'm going to spend some of this review playing the guitar, but I'm also going to talk about the features that are built into it and what I think of it. But a good place to start is to say, actually, well, who are Sigma? So Sigma is a guitar brand I hadn't heard of before, and they were originally the affordable version of Martin guitars. So the same way Epiphone is the more affordable version of Gibson, Martin originally founded Sigma to compete with the increasing number of imported guitars from Japan that were trying to copy what they did. But Martin actually discontinued the name in 2007, and they later sold the rights to AMI Musical Instruments, who are based in Germany, and they now produce these guitars in China. So let's talk about this guitar itself. What is the spec of the DMCE Plus, which actually has only really just come out? So this is a full-size guitar with a round cutaway. The back and the sides are made of mahogany, the neck is low-profile mahogany, and the fingerboard is micarta, and then the nut and the saddle are bone. It has chrome die-cast tuning machines at the top, and it's got this really nice thin black finish, which means you can see the wood underneath, and I just really like the way this guitar looks. If you're wondering what the action's like, so the distance between the strings and the fretboard, then actually it's pretty low, which makes this really easy to play. Although if I'm honest, I'm probably not the best person to ask about action, because my other acoustic has got really high action and I have no problem playing that at all. If you want to attach a strap to it, then it comes with the one strap button on the base, but it does mean that you're either going to have to fit a second one yourself, like I've done just here, or you're going to need to do the shoelace around the neck approach. And finally, it's an electro acoustic guitar, so let's talk about the electronics built into this thing. So it has a jack input down at the bottom, which is also where the 9-volt battery goes, and then the top of the guitar has a Sigma preamp with tuner. This preamp has a tuning mode, volume control, and adjustments for bass, middle and treble. This basically gives you everything you need once you've got it plugged in. When you've got it plugged in, it outputs plenty of volume if you need it to, and it sounds really good plugged in. Generally speaking, I'm pretty critical when it comes to how guitars sound when they're plugged in. I've certainly sat at open mics and thought some of the people playing like Martins just don't sound particularly good. But this guitar has really surprised me, and I've geeked with it twice since I've had it, and I've been really impressed at just how well it works and how good it sounds in a live setting. So here is a sample of it I'm going to play for you, plugged straight in with the 3 EQ controls set to the middle. Okay, so I've just plugged the guitar in to my laptop, which is recording, so I'm just going to give you a feel for what it sounds like when it's plugged in, just with the EQ level set right in the middle. So now I'm just going to play some of it unplugged so you can hear what it sounds like naturally. I'm just in the room I normally record my videos in, so it's got a wooden floor, there's a little bit of echo in the room, and I'm just going to record naturally what comes into the microphone on top of my camera. So all in all, this is a really beautiful guitar, both to play plugged in and unplugged, and it just looks so good. And if I'm honest, this is going to become my go-to acoustic guitar for gigging, and just something I write songs on all the time because it just feels really nice to play. It also only retails at about £300, so actually it's also really good value for something that sounds so good. So if you're thinking of picking up a Sigma guitar, then I'd really recommend one. If you've got any questions, do stick them below and I'll try and answer those. If you've liked this video, please give it a like, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys again soon.